Hi and welcome to this Garden Gnome software screencast. This screencast is going to be looking at Pano2VR version 5 and the skin editor's variables. Variables are placeholders to store values in the skin. You can set or change the variables through the set variable value action. Then you can use these variables in logic blocks to trigger things such as changing colours or text boxes or something like that. Now there's three different types of variable. We have the text variable, we have the number variable, and we have a true false type variable. However, in this video what we're going to be looking at is the true false type. The reason for that is that in this video I want to show you how to use the variable to hide and show point hotspots, and whilst I'm doing that we'll be toggling alternatively the thumbnail slider. So as we hide the point hotspots, the thumbnails will come in, so we have two different ways of navigating a multi-point tour. And if we just have a quick look at what I'm talking about, here is the point hotspots that we can use, and then what I can do is I can click the red button that makes the hotspots disappear, and that will then show the thumbnail slider. So I can navigate using the slider, and if I turn the point hotspots back on again, you'll see that the thumbnail slider disappears and the point hotspots come on. Okay, so how do we do this? Firstly, let's go back to Pano2VR and open up the skin editor. So the first job is to set the variable. Now, if you click anywhere in the blank canvas, you'll see that we've got the canvas properties, and this is where I set my variable. So if I double click in the name, and we're going to call this show HS. And as I say, we had three different types, but so this one is going to be true false, and I'm going to leave the initial value set to true. Okay, now I want to obviously hide and show the hotspot template. So if we select the hotspot template, you can see it's select for visible. So I'm going to click the logic block button, and what we're going to do is we're going to select now under trigger the variable that we set. Had I set more variables, they would be listed here as well, but if I'm just going to select show HS, and what I'm going to say is if the variable, or if the value is actually false, then I want the visibility to be false. In other words, I want the point hotspot to be hidden. Okay, so that's the logic block for it using the variable, and now what I need to do is configure some buttons to change the variable value. So this is going to be the button that's going to actually show the point hotspot. So we're going to use a mouse click, and I'm going to select set variable value, and here we have under operations several different things we can use, like the equals or the andors or nots, but I'm going to do equal, and I'm going to go true. So when it's set to true, the hotspot template will be visible. So that's all I needed to do for the show. And for the button that's going to hide the hotspot template, we'll just go again, mouse click, set variable value. Again, it's going to be equal, and this time round it's going to be false. So when it's false, when the variable value is false, then the hotspot template will hide. And let's see how far we've got with that so far. So let's just publish that out. And what we should see now is our thumbnail slider, which is still there. And here is our hotspot template, and with pressing the red button it disappears, and if we go to a different node you can see it's still vanished, it's still not there, and if we press the green button now it's back on again. Okay, but as I did say, we want to toggle the thumbnail slider. So if we go back to the skin, and if we select the thumbnails, now under visible, again with the logic block, we're going to set the trigger for the show HS, but this time round when the show HS is true, so when that variable value is true, I want to hide, so the visible is going to be false. I want to hide the thumbnails. So let's just close and save and publish that out, and we should now see that now that the thumbnails have disappeared because we've got the point hotspots visible, and as soon as we hide the point hotspots, the thumbnail will be visible, and we can use these for navigation. There you go. That's how to use the variable value true and false for hiding and showing hotspots. Thanks for watching.